How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sitting here in Storm King Highway, one of the sickest roads in the East Coast, and I'm hanging out with a bunch of Hyundai Veloster N owners. And for this video, I want to find out what's the one thing that they love about their car, and what are some of That is one quick fit. And it is super warm out here. I'm sweating, I'm sorry, but we're gonna keep our social distance here. But I wanna talk to the Hyundai Veloster N owners and talk about a little bit more about their cars. What have they done to it? So let's go have a chat. So we've got a couple of examples of Veloster Ns in here and also a G70, but we've got mine here. So not a lot of upgrades yet. I have the AEM intake, and then I have some visual upgrades that are just recently done. So that's one example that you could do to your car, is basically switching out wheels and tires and also adding some side skirts and a front lip, and it drastically changes the look. If you want to know more about the kit, it's all linked down below. But this looks like it's stock from the factory this way. It's subtle and it's aggressive, and I just love the look. And right next to it, you could see something that looks even crazier. This sort of looks like the TCR cards that you see racing in a bunch of different tracks worldwide. And let's go talk to them at the end, but let's first start with Dave. He has a Veloster N that looks the most stock out of all of us, but he's done more things to it. So Dave, what do you love about the Veloster N?
First of all, tunability. Everything comes factory. You could change everything from the factory, whether it's struts, whether it's the exhaust, steering, feel, traction control, whatever you want. Having traction control that's tunable, where you get a little bit of slip, but not all the slip, is actually kind of good, because those 0 to 60 times,
yep,
you hear that. What
have you done to your Veloster N?
So far, only outside-wise, mud flaps, rally armor, plate relocation, if you want to recount that one. Other than that, I got the Torque Motorsports short ram intake, Boomba CCV catch can, and W1 PCV catch can, HKS blow-off valve, and I'm waiting on the HDT catless downpipe to come in.
Now, how often do you have to empty the catch can? Well,
I've been checking it recently. About every 100 miles I did it, and then nothing was in it basically. I did 250, not too much was in it. There's a little bit, not too much. Then now I'm gonna try going the length, maybe 1,000. Because since there was so little in it, 250, I don't even want to really bother checking it at 500.
Okay.
So I might do 1,000, and then if it's not that much in there, I might just do every oil change.
So we've got Patrick, the owner of this base model. This looks a little bit different than the stock wheels. Can you tell me more about the wheels that you have here?
Yeah, so I wanted something to give the car a little bit more presence on the road. So I got, these are Revolution racing rims. They're actually knockoff of BMW M Racing wheels. They look really good on this car, actually, I think.
Patrick, tell me what you plan on doing with this car, if you have any plans with it.
In the future, I definitely plan on controlling my temperature, so getting an intake and also getting maybe a oil catch can. I'm thinking about getting the Velocitec big mouth in the future, and maybe the N Performance wing, and that's it.
Cool.
Not even thinking about lowering it. I think Hyundai made the best suspension, even for the base model.
I agree.
No way I can make it better, so I'm not going to bother with touching it.
I think the best thing about the Hyundai Veloster N suspension is that you could make it stiff or soft, and it feels like two totally different cars.
You can really feel the difference in it.
Yeah. And the last Veloster N that's in this group right now is Dee's Veloster N, and you could tell that this looks crazy. So Dee, tell me more about the Veloster N. Why do you love the Veloster N?
Listen, it's a track car for under $30,000, man. I've driven, you know, when I got this car, it's a 2020, by the way. When I got this car, I had test drove the STI, the Type R, which both amazing cars.
And they get compared a lot.
They do, yeah. Especially the N with the Type R. It's not quite there, but it's damn near close.
Yeah.
And I test drove this thing, and I was sold. I was sold.
Personally, for me, what sold it to me was the exhaust, because it sounds crazy from the factory.
Listen, when I first I came into it, I stopped at the Hyundai dealer and I saw this thing, and they just took it off the truck. And when I got in, you know, I wasn't really, I knew it existed. I knew about, you know, I seen some videos. But when I got in and I took off of that first and I heard that pop, I was like, I was actually surprised. Even the sales guy was like, what the hell was that? And I was like, that's the exhaust.
Now, you know? Obviously, this is not stock at all. It looks like you've done so many things to it. Just from visuals right now, I see that you've got some vinyls, you've got new wheels, you've got some mud flaps.
Yeah.
I see that you have a carbon fiber steering wheel.
Yeah.
So break it down for me. What have you done to this amazing piece of machinery?
So as you said, the SoCal steering wheel. I had the 6th intercooler that you see up front, of course, with the hella horns. I've also done, I have the Aceto Gara Sparco tires.
Sparco wheels and tires?
Yeah.
And what kind of tires did you put on here?
So those are the Conti's Extreme Contact.
Okay.
But these are the all seasons.
Okay.
I decided to go with all seasons because I don't do much track, but they're
Yep.
very capable tires.
Yep.
I also have the Adro carbon fiber wing.
Oh, yeah, it's very subtle.
Yeah,
It looks kind of like OEM, but it's a bit more aggressive just because it looks a little bit longer, right?
You got that. Yeah,
And it's all carbon fiber, whereas the OEM one is just like inlays, carbon fiber inlays.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they were just stickers, I think, right? So
Yeah, they are stickers, that's right.
Yeah. So in the engine bay, we have the Forge 4-inch intake with the Forge intake inlet, turbo inlet. Have the Boomba Racing catch can, PCV side, the TurboTech upper motor mount,
Okay.
and the Boomba Racing dress-up kit. So far, that's what I've done. And the 6th downpipe.
Got it. Okay.
This right here is your JB4, which is a piggyback.
So tell me more about this piggyback tune.
So the piggyback tune, the JB4 is a good alternative if you're in that mindset that you don't want your warranty to get voided.
Right.
It's an easy way to get some extra horses out of it, and if you got to go to the dealer, take it right out. It's a matter of four plugs that go into the sensors. You take it out and you're good to go.
Got it.
I had a dyno 2 weeks ago with the JB4, and I came in at 287 with 340 foot-pounds.
It's making 340 torque
Torque
to the wheels.
and 287 horsepower to the wheels.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice jump for the bolt-ons.
And at the end here, we have the odd man out. We have the Genesis G70 driven by Roger. Roger, please tell me, why did you come here today? I'm just kidding. But what made you fall in love with the G70? Why did you buy this one instead of the Hyundai Veloster Ns?
You know what? Because I had a lot of friends that bought the Veloster N. My good friend David, and I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to be different.
Got it.
And it's a very fast car stock.
Got it.
3.3 turbo. It was hard to turn it down.
So this is a 3.3 V6?
3.3 V6 twin turbo.
Twin turbo. So, I mean, this looks like a legit luxury car. How much power is it making?
365.
365 horses. And this thing just looks so damn good. Well, Roger, thank you so much for showing us the G70. Well, there you have it. That's the end of the video. I am baking out here in Storm King Highway. If you learned anything in this video, please consider hitting that like, hitting that subscribe, and hitting that notification bell so that you can get notified anytime we have a new video. I'll wrap it up right there. It's hot. I'll see you next time.